Welcome to Mayank Shire Reports. I'm Mayank Shire. Since at least 1990, the people of the tiny Indian Ocean island nation of the Maldives have feared being submerged by rising sea levels caused by climate change. Nearly 3.5 decades later, though, submergence by sea has mercifully not happened, but the submergence of its economy definitely has. The country and its President Mohammed Muizzu, desperately strapped for precious foreign exchange, have had to turn to India, a country he had disparaged barely a year ago as part of his India Out campaign rhetoric. Now that the Maldives is down to barely 440 million in foreign exchange reserves, barely enough to pay for a month and a half of imports, India looks quite attractive to Muizzu. On a 5-day visit to New Delhi, Muizzu has been bailed out by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government with $100 million treasury bills rollover as well as a $400 million currency swap deal. While a year ago Muizzu was all in on getting India out of the Maldives, including its troops, its dire economic reality has hit him hard enough for him to totally change his tune. Modi, in response, has struck a pragmatic tone despite the early tensions by saying during a news conference that India is the Maldives' nearest neighbor and a close friend. That, he said, was part of New Delhi's neighborhood first policy. Muizzu has openly sought closer relations with China, but now that the island's economy is in great distress, India has become a more practical choice for him. The two leaders virtually inaugurated a new runway at the Hani Madhu International Airport in the Maldives, with the Indian Prime Minister saying that New Delhi was ready to help the island nation develop its infrastructure. In the aftermath of the Maldivian election, which Muizzu won by defeating his India-friendly predecessor Ibrahim Mohammed Saleh, there were undisguised tension, with many Maldivians asking Indian tourists to leave despite the fact that they brought a great deal of economic gains. Although Modi never said so explicitly, he very publicly promoted India's Lakshadweep of the southern coast of the Indian mainland as a replacement for the Maldives. That move rattled the island nation. Muizzu even chose to visit China before coming to India in January in a cavalier display of disregard for New Delhi. However, 6 months later, relations seemed to be on the mend when Modi was re-elected in June this year for a third term and invited Muizzu as one of the guests at his swearing-in. Muizzu's current 5-day visit is clearly aimed at luring India back along with its celebrated tourists from the Mumbai film world, whose social media posts from various Maldivian atolls helped the island considerably. For a while, boycotting the Maldives in response to Muizzu's anti-India stance became intertwined with India's national politics. In some sense, the Modi government is also conscious that they need to refurbish their image with the South Asian region. To that extent, the Muizzu visit has come in handy, especially at a time when Sri Lanka, the country's much bigger southern neighbor, has witnessed the rise of an independent-minded and somewhat Marxist leader in Anura Dissanayake as its president. Bangladesh too has been in ferment after the ouster of the avowedly India and Modi-friendly Sheikh Hasina as Prime Minister, who had to flee to India in August.